Hey everybody, welcome back to Mr. Rockenstein's Flipped Classroom. Want to welcome Mr. Moore's class in on this. This is the last in our 3 videos on what to do with remainders in number stories. And today we're going to be learning about situations where you need to ignore the remainder. We'll be ignoring the remainder, and Yoda will help. So just a reminder of where we've been and what we've been doing. When we divide, sometimes we have leftovers, which we call remainders. There are several different strategies for dealing with remainders. We can take a remainder and we can turn it into a fraction. We could also take a remainder and make it into a decimal. You can take that remainder and round it up. Sometimes that's the best thing to do. And then today, we're going to be learning about situations where what you want to do is just ignore the remainder. There are 2 learning goals for today. The first one is that you will be able to identify a remainder that needs to be ignored in order to solve a number story. Remember, identifying what the remainder represents is really important. And number 2, you will be able to ignore a remainder in order to solve a number story. So let's dive right into a practice problem. The question is, how many videos can Andrew Kohler Benson rent, AKB? It costs $3 to rent a video. Andrew Kohler Benson has $14. How many videos can he rent? All right, so let's take a look at this problem. And Andrew Kohler Benson has $14. $14. And it costs $3 to rent a video. So 14 is my big number that I'm going to be cutting into pieces, so it's my dividend. 3, we're making groups of 3 because each video costs $3. So we're dividing 14 by 3. I'll get my DMSD up here in the corner. And I'll do 3 goes into 1, 0 times. 3 goes into 14. I know my multiplication facts, so I know that 3 times 4 is 12. So 4 times 3, 12. Subtract. 4 minus 2 is 2. 1 minus 1 is 0. So what I get is I get an answer of 4 remainder 2. Now my question is, what do I do with that remainder? To figure that out, first thing we should do is we should figure out what is this 4? What does this 4 represent? And in this problem, we're trying to figure out, our answer was going to be, if we look back at the problem, it was going to be videos he can rent. So if I go back to the problem here, 4 is the videos he can rent. And it's going to cost him, renting 4 videos is going to cost him $12. Now, what is this 2 then? Well, this 2 is $2 that are left over. And I know that because I rented 4 videos. Videos cost $3. So 4 times 3 equals 12. So he spent $12 on videos. Started with $14. So this is $2 that's left over. So in this question, or in this number story, the question was how many videos can he rent? So if I go back to my answer, can he rent 4 remainder 2 videos? No, you can't have remainder 2 videos. That doesn't make any sense. Try it. Go to the video store. Ask for remainder 2 videos. See what they say. So the answer is going to be just 4 videos. Just 4 videos altogether. Because he has $2 left over, But that's not part of the question. The question asked how many videos can he rent? Well, he can rent 4 videos. So we're just going to ignore this $2 right here. And our answer is 4 videos. Here's another question. I want you to read, I'm going to read this question, and then I want you to pause the video and try figuring it out on your own. Then we can compare answers, and you can see if you're understanding what's going on with this ignoring remainders. Okay, so you've had a chance to read this. It says, how many cakes can Miss Mullet make? Miss Mullet is making cakes. Each cake uses 8 cups of sugar. If she has 42 cups of sugar, how many cakes can she make? So I'm going to go over here and get myself a clean slate to work with. And the big number that we're working with here is 42. Let's double check. Yep, 42 cups of sugar. And each cake takes 8 cups of sugar, so I've got 42 divided by 8. Get my D, M, S, D up here, and then I can start dividing. 8 goes into 4, 0 times. 8 goes into 42. Let's see, 6 times 8 is 48. And 8 times 5 is 40. 5 times 8, 40. Subtract. 2 minus 0 is 2. 4 minus 4 is 0. So I end up with an answer which is 5, remainder 2. Now I got to ask myself, what is the 5? What's the 2? Glance back at the problem. The question was, how many cakes can Miss Mullet make? So my quotient up here, 5, is going to be cakes she can make. She can make 5 cakes. What's my remainder? Glance back at the problem. What were we dividing up? We were dividing up cups of sugar. She had 42 cups of sugar. Each cake took 8. So this is remainder 2. It's 2 cups of sugar. And those are leftover cups. Now, the question is, can I make another cake with 2 cups of sugar? No. And is my answer going to be 5 remainder 2 cakes? Can you have remainder 2 cakes? No, you can't. So remainder 2, we just want to get rid of because we can't have remainder 2 cakes. So our answer is just 5 cakes. She can make 5 cakes. She's going to have 2 cups of sugar left over, but that's not enough sugar to make another cake. So we're just going to ignore that leftover 2 cups of sugar, and our answer is just going to be 5 cakes. All right, that's the end of the lesson. Yoda has some wisdom to impart. He says, do or do not. There is no try. See you next time.